attitude of a bulldozer, so that you will just bulldoze through situations that appear to be beyond you. Carol Dweck is saying people's attitudes are in two categories, and these two categories are in our discussion about attitude. I would like to bring in Carol Dweck's two elements to do with attitudes. Carol Dweck is a psychologist and has spent many years researching about attitudes, people attitudes, you understand. So Carol Dweck is saying people's attitudes are in two categories, and these two categories are a fixed mindset and growth mindset. Fixed mindset and growth mindset. What are we saying? She is saying that people with a fixed mindset believe that they are who they are and there is no way they will change. So such people then are at a disadvantage because they have no room for change in their mindset. They believe that there is no way they will change. They are who they are. Then that is then subjecting them to a bad situation or a bad consequence, because when something that is beyond them comes their way, it will leave them hopeless. They are challenged to the core, and they are challenged to the core, and they are left hopeless by the situation. People with a growth mindset, on the other hand, they believe that they can change with effort. In other words, they believe that who they are, there is a room for change, but they need to put in effort to bring about such change into their lives. So these people, whenever there is a situation that is beyond them, they are willing to embrace challenges. They know that challenges are a way of making them stronger. Challenges came to teach them something new. Therefore, they approach situations, or they respond to situations that is beyond them with an attitude of winning. They approach situations with positivity, and therefore they win in life. Even if their intelligence quotient, IQ, is really lower, the fact that they have got a growth mindset, a mindset that believes that I will grow, I would always grow, moving from one place to the other, from glory to glory in life, such are the people that win. Which category are you? Now that we are talking about two kinds of mindset, fixed one and a growth one, on which area are you? Which one are you? Just weigh yourself, and you would already know that you are someone either with a fixed mindset or with a growth mindset. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Now, there are people with a growth mindset. It doesn't mean that they don't fear anything at all. Like everything that comes their way, they just want to bulldoze with that energy. Sometimes they really just fear a bit to say, hey, this situation. But since they have got room for improvement, they would always approach that situation with a different mindset to say, I know that I'm fighting a Goliath here, but I just need to gather my strength and go for this Goliath. I know that I'll win. That's the difference. In what category are you? You know, have you read the story of David? David had, I'm interpreting it now according to my own understanding, to say, in my opinion, I'm thinking David was someone, King David of the Bible, one of the Bible figures, has got, David had a growth mindset. He knew that, just read the story of David and Goliath. It's found in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 17, if I'm not mistaken. I think First Samuel chapter 17 verse 45, somewhere there. It's talking about how David, who was a young man by then, fought and won over a Goliath. Goliath, a huge Philistine, but the Bible says that David overcame the Goliath because of the attitude he had and his continuous trust in the Lord, his continuous reliance in the Lord. He won over the war because of that. So that's what we are saying. So if you really want to win in life, it's better that you look at challenges, setbacks as a way of you improving. Because imagine, I have read about Joel Osteen, an American pastor. He said, one day my aunt bought me a graduation gift, which was a book. And in that book, I looked at the cover and I checked the cover and it was Joel Osteen. So I followed Joel Osteen. When I followed him, it is now written that he was narrating that when his father was about to go the way of the earth, he told him to take over the church, but he was first like, no, I will not be able to do that. But later, because he is someone with he was operating on a good mindset, on a growth mindset, he later decided to now take over the church. And if you see the church of Joel Osteen now in America, it's one of the churches that is really having, like, it's managed in big auditoriums, and you would see people gathered around him to hear about hope. He is blessed with the grace to give hope into the hearts of people. And if you visit their church or just check one of their videos, I'll put up his name I'll provide his name. Then you just check him. You would realize that his auditoriums are always full of people who came to listen to him. So you could imagine if he would never accepted to be a pastor, what would have happened to such people who are listening to him from time to time, daily? What would have happened to such people if he had not accepted such offer? So that's what we are saying, that when you are doing these good things, when you start to have a positive mindset, you are going to influence many people. But again, it's in your power to also reject. If you reject, it means that many people are going to be hopeless because you have decided not to give hope to them. I hope I'm making sense. There are many successful business people who had started with businesses that have failed, and they just picked themselves up to come up with another business idea that had worked. So it's working for us. For example, a person can start up a business, a car dealer, ideally that is working with manufacturing Corolla cars, for example, and they have, in the middle there, they realize that this Corolla thing is not working. Then they changed into Ford. It's just an example. Now Ford is people are liking Ford, and things are moving well with them. You could imagine if they had not now opted to go for Ford, then we would not have had Ford in the market. And if you want to understand this deeper, you can Google what good things does a Ford car bring about. I hope I'm making sense really in the Beijing city of China. I really want you not to play safe. Don't play safe. Don't be in a position where you always just empathize with yourself. Maybe you should let other people sympathize with you, not you to sympathize yourself. You want to play safe. You want to be on your comfort zone. Therefore, now you are just the person who is always crying, who is always feeling that you are rejected. You feel like nobody cares. You feel like your relationship is not working because people hate you. I want you to start educating yourself. Read, because this mindset mindset, since it's to do with mind, it is subjected to change. It can change any time. With time, gradually, really, you can change from having a negative attitude to having a positive attitude. I hope you understand what I'm saying, because sometimes your behavior are really just affected by situations that happen to you. It can be rough relationships with men or women, and since now you were ill-treated in that relationship or you were abused, you now look at relationships as they are all bad. So some of those things you can change, especially if you are willing to change. If you are willing to amend your attitude, it is really possible. So let us all carry a good attitude. And we should also, I wanted to say everybody goes through a challenge. There's no way a person is existing on earth and that person is not going through any challenge. We are all going through challenges in one way or the other, but how you respond to that challenge really matters, and it will take you a long way, and it has got the power to take you far or to bring you down. So that key, you are the one who is holding it. If you really want to change, maybe you have got negative attitude, you are meeting new people, but before you know it, people are starting to distance themselves from you. It's because of your attitude, and you need to change. Ask yourself some of those questions. Why is everybody running away from me? I start a relationship today, the next day somebody is running away from me. Ask yourself those questions and begin to change. If you don't know what to do, you can always email me and we can discuss about this thing. We need to have the mentality of an overcomer, mentality of a bulldozer. You really see those machinery, the trucks that are clearing the land to make roads or to just now debush. You see how they will just bulldoze through a tree, and before you know it, a tree is lying on the ground. You need to be you need to be a person with that kind of attitude that I'm now calling the attitude of a bulldozer, so that you will just bulldoze through situations that appear to be beyond you. Before you know it, you are on the other side of success. You are on the mountain of success, and you will kill it in life. You will do good in life, and you will look back and you are like, thank you. You are thanking God and you are thanking yourself for carrying such a good attitude. You know, Jesus Christ went through challenges. He went through challenges on the cross of Calvary. Therefore, since we are imitators of Jesus Christ, we should also now be ready to go through challenges. So next time you are on a challenge, remember that Jesus Christ himself, the Son of God, went through challenges, and when he went through challenges, he has won. And now for us to be free. When you are in a situation, just believe that you will change. That situation will be over, because no situation is permanent. And always remember that since you are an imitator of Jesus Christ, who suffered, you are not to be exempted from challenges. Just begin to, like in my prayers, I like to say, God, empower me to pray. Give me power to overcome challenges. Give me power to bulldoze through them instead of running away from challenges. It's like you are seeing flood waters coming your way. Water is coming towards you and you are running away from the water. It's better you run through the water, and before you know it, you will win through. Maybe that flood will just stop. It's just an example I'm making for you to start knowing, put it in your mind that life comes with challenges, and you just need to find a way to overcome such a challenge. The Bible says, blessed is the one who perseveres under trials, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. So having that at the back of your mind, that blessed is the one who perseveres, it means that those who persevere, you come out of the challenge with strength. You have got that power to you are in a challenge but you are not getting broken. You are in a challenge but you are not being crushed. Ability to withstand issues, because it's in you. Every person has got that power. It's just now the attitudes. When we pick up these different things from the environment, they change our behavior, but we are all having power to manage situations. So we should imitate Christ, who is powerful, who has never lost the game, we will also not lose the game. We will always be winners. I would like to really just emphasize that. Find ways to change your attitude and your characters. If you have experienced an abusive relationship, don't label to say all relationships that exist in the world are useless, are abusive. No, you are blocking your ways, my darling. You are blocking your ways. Just begin to look at life as an awesome thing, man. Life is a gift. It's an awesome thing, and before you know it, you are winning in life. So, what do you think about the background? What do you think about the background? And begin to study the Bible. All those things I'm mentioning, they are written in the Bible. It's just that they are written in different ways, or maybe you are struggling now to locate such kind of verses, but those are the verses that will empower you as you are running the race of life. So now I'm going to explore Beijing. I want to end this video here. Thank you for listening. I hope you will learn one or two things. I'm only a human being. I can make mistakes, I want to rebuke it. I'm not saying I want to make mistakes, but sometimes we make mistakes. So if I have mentioned something that is not in line with what you know, or it's not making sense, or you just don't like the way I presented it, drop a comment and I will always change. So thank you very much. How are you finding Beijing? How are you finding the visuals? Can you see the taxis and the buses? Transport is good. There is a good transport system here. It's either a subway, train. You understand? The taxis are all over the place. There's no lack of transport. We wouldn't be delayed. And when there's no delay in life, it means that even the economic activities are taking place on time, perfectly, and everything is just awesome and amazing. How are you finding the visuals here? How are you finding them? That's Beijing for you. Beijing for you. Beijing for you. It's busy, as you can see, busy. Some are coming from picking children. Some are coming from the business of the day. Some are going to buy their products to go start selling now. Some are just doing different activities. What are you doing at this hour? Is your city also busy just like Beijing? Drop a comment. Look at that powerful building. Nice. 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 Ndihori kashanda utaranga wate kwanesta ukikinga ofa